So President Donald Trump, they say, voted no against the UN slavery resolution. And some black people say that this is a slap in the face to black America. But then we have others that say that it's actually a good thing because we don't even know if the transatlantic slave trade was in fact actual history, if it was actually true. Because during the time of the transatlantic slave trade, the Moors, who were black people, children of the sun, ruled all of Asia, Spain, and they were ruling the world at the time when this transaction took place. And Tamarica is actually on the map. If you look up the Tamaricans, right? These are the copper-colored so-called Native American Indians that were the children of the sun. And half of, the so-called black people that came from Africa at the time were with these Moors, and they were with these British whites that came. And it was only a few thousand. It wasn't the huge, gigantic slave ships that they showed us. And the narrative they fed us, where there was hundreds of thousands of blacks being transported like cargo in these ships going across the depths of the Atlantic to arrive in America for the first time. I mean, just that whole voyage to the new world, crossing the Atlantic from Spain to Africa, was just insane to think that you could take thousands of people. And at the time, when the Europeans were writing history, most of their kings and their leaders are made up, or things happened that didn't happen the way they say. And this fake history is what they want us to accept, so that we won't know the history that we had here in Amaruca Tamari. And this empire of the children of the sun, they can continue to have it erased. And they can continue to tell you that your people were not the Moors and the Tartarian Moors, the Moors and the Moors Moors. But this is probably why Donald Trump said no, because they know about Tamari. They know about the Tamaricans. They know about Amaruca Tamari, and they know that this used to be the empire of the children of the sun, and they know the real history. So for us to get reparations for being from Africa would actually stop us from having indigenous rights to America and claiming this land as the land of our ancestors. That would completely prevent that. But every structure you see in America and all over the world are the remnants of the empire of the children of the sun. Because remember, European people were educated by the Moors. And I'm sure they know this, and replacement always follows removal, because you can't rule the people who know who they are. So they give you something to defend instead, even if it goes against you and causes you harm. But what you are looking at is the remnants of the empires of the children of the sun. And remember, because the Europeans learned everything they know from the so-called black man, the children of the sun, they know that our history is far deeper than what it's being led to believe, even with the Moors and the Tartarian Moors, with the Mours and the Moors. And in the old books of the 1800s, they depict Illinois as a huge, sprawling city with an empire-type look and technologically advanced. And furthermore, who was Amerigo Vespucci, and did he actually exist? They say he was born in 1454 until 1512. He was a cartographer and an explorer, but they've been known to create fake, fictitious characters for history to fill voids. It's possible Amerigo Vespucci is a fictitious character made to give you the theory they created the name America. And furthermore, Pocahontas was a black queen from the Powhatan tribe, and we had many tribes of Native Americans, but this land was our land. You can see the pyramids that they're covering up, and they took our Asiatic Siberian brothers and turned them against us, but they've been in this empire with us for quite some time, and this is why they are also on the statues. But these are our brothers, the Siberian Asiatic descendants that we brought here, not the Europeans, and they took a deal with the Europeans to say that they are the only natives and they are the originators, and this is why we have problems with them, because they deny our true history of the Americas and being the empire of the children of the sun that actually invited them into this land. But the real America was black, and